Bill Cosby walked free today.
He's returned to his home near Philadelphia.
All right, so there's some stuff that happened in the news today I found to be kind of interesting, and Bill Cosby's free.
Yes, I did not know this until you told me this today. I didn't get this on the news feed or anything earlier. I must have missed it somewhere somehow, but that is big news.
Yeah.
That is the king of all rapists is out of jail.
Allegedly. I mean, you know, I don't know if you can be. I don't know if you can be a convicted rapist or like confirmed rapist and then like have the court overturn your conviction for rape.
Your rapiness.
Like yeah, because so I'm assuming that what happened is that they looked at the way the whole case against him unraveled. Sorry, not unraveled. I think that what happened was they looked at how everything proceeded from the allegation to his trial to his eventual conviction. I think that what happened was they went back and had a review and said, this wasn't quite constitutional. They kind of like rushed to judgment and maybe skipped some things that steps, if you will. Mm-hmm. They maybe took broad strokes with some steps where they should have, you know, and decided
putting things in evidence, maybe some stuff like inadmissible things.
Yeah.
That were still taken up in court. And
yeah. So but again, I mean, I still can't say for certain that was Bill Cosby definitely guilty of these charges. He is to this day maintained, you know, like, hey, you know, innocent. We weren't there. We certainly don't know. I will say that Felicia Rashad, who played Mrs. Huxtable, Mrs. Huxtable on the Cosby Show in the 80s, she tweeted out like her congratulations to Bill Cosby. So she's on Team Bill. Like she knows him. So
there's a lot of girls though. It's like 50 people, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm not saying that he's innocent, and I'm not saying that he's guilty. I'm just saying that it seems weird how the whole thing got overturned today. So we're gonna have to look into that and find out exactly what the scenario is that led to the overturning of his conviction. He's a free man right now. He is back on the streets. He's slipping roofies into drinks. I mean, allegedly slipping roofies.
Slipping roofies into drinks.
Right? He's allegedly doing that. But he's back out on the streets.
I think somebody did that to me.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
When? Like before the show?
No, it was around 2006.
What?
I was at a comedy show. I was backstage. Bill Cosby was there. No, I was at a bar, and someone's like, hey, you want this? I don't want it. And it was like Gatorade and vodka or something. I was like, all right, whatever. And I drank it like a moron. And I wound up fucking vomiting for like 3 hours.
Oh my God. I don't know if that's what roofies are meant to do. I don't know if roofies are designed to make you vomit for like hours on end. I think they're meant to like make you pass out and be like.
It could be some prescription I have a violent reaction to. It could be any kind of fucking weird drug.
Yeah. But so Bill Cosby is a free man. So I guess it's depending upon your belief on his guilt or innocence is whether or not you should lock your doors. Right? So this is like a good test. If you live in the Philadelphia area, I guess.
Is that where he stays now?
Well, isn't that where he always lived? I always thought he lived.
He's from Philadelphia.
Yeah, I thought that like he was lifelong Philadelphia guy.
That's in California. He could be in California.
Nice. Come on, man. It's got to be Pennsylvania. It's got to be Pennsylvania for sure. Pennsylvania.
Well, where did they do the Cosby Show?
He wears a Temple shirt all the time.
I know. He went to Temple.
It's got to be Pennsylvania.
We know a lot about him.
Huh?
We know a lot about him, Bill Cosby.
So much, because
we know a lot more than probably a lot of other people.
When I was a kid, we used to have the Bill Cosby himself record. There's the comedy record, and it was awesome. And we used to listen to that thing over and over and over again. And he talked about the Lombard Street and the dad is great. He gives us a chocolate cake, all that nonsense, all the hits. that the kids are talking about today. So in other news, one of my most despised actors, James Franco. I've never seen anything that James Franco's been in where I pointed to James Franco and said, I like this movie because of him, man. Like even Spider-Man when he played, what was it, Little Green Goblin's son?
Yeah.
I didn't like him. I didn't like Spider-Man because of him. I like Spider-Man because of Tobey Maguire. Because of Willem Dafoe, because of Sam Raimi's direction and all that stuff. The soundtrack by Danny Elfman, right? Yeah. But it was not James Franco. For me, James Franco. Oh, and the girl who played his love interest, Mary Jane, right? But James Franco, to me, was kind of like, a little bit of a weak point for the first Spider-Man movie. Well, all the Spider-Mans. I just didn't care for him. I don't like James Franco as an actor. This is not a personal thing based upon the Me Too stuff, but that's what we're talking about is the Me Too stuff. Yes. Is that he just paid $2.2 million in the settlement to these women who were enrolled in his acting school. The allegations were that he was having them practice their acting skills by engaging in huge group orgies, simulated orgies, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't think it was full-fledged, real penetration, but it was like, okay, you got to act like, now you spin around, but you put your leg up on the shoulder, and stuff like that. And he had them doing these bizarre like sex scenes, and under the premise that when you get to Hollywood, they'll be asking you to do things like this. But when you read about this case, you find out that people in Hollywood say, no, we would never ask any actors or actresses to ever do this stuff because it's so X-rated. Right?
I didn't know this. I thought this involved underage girls. I thought it was like 16 and 17-year-olds. That's what I thought it was.
Yes,
but I
correct.
have no idea.
Correct. The underage girls and this is what he had them doing. I didn't stipulate underage, but correct. They're on 16, 17-year-old wannabe actresses, and then he was having them do these scenes.
Yeah, he's manipulating younger women into doing lewd and lascivious behavior.
And the best part was that James Franco's incentive for them, he's like, if you do a good job, I'll cast you in one of my great James Franco movies. But like, there are no great James Franco movies. Am I wrong? Is there like a bunch of like James Franco hits that people are just like, oh man, that James Franco movie's awesome?
No, not really.
Yeah,
not really. But his friend with Seth Rogen.
They're not friends anymore though.
They were though.
They used to be like
they were tight.
Best buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did, 3 or 4 movies together.
Yes, Pineapple Express, The Interview, was that End of the World movie?
Yeah.
What the hell was that called? Whatever the End of the World movie was called. There's a bunch of them. And it was like a lot of stoner comedy.
I think This Is the End. I think that's the name of it.
This is the End.
I think that's the name of it, but I'm not sure.
I think this is the end for James Franco.
He'll probably be back.
I think
once you think you get rid of James Franco, he always comes back.
Do you think that he's going to be invited? They got the new Spider-Man movie that they're making that's going to have a lot of cameos from, they're going to have James Garfield. Allegedly, they're going to have James Garfield make a cameo, Tobey Maguire, Jamie Foxx reprising his role from the James Garfield Spider-Man movie. They're going to have
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary. Who knows, man? Why not? Right?
Well, he was in that other Spider-Man.
Okay. There are going to be a bunch of cameos for Doc Octopus we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Doc Octopus is allegedly going to be making a cameo.
Is it Alfred Molina again? Yeah, it's supposed to be the same people again. Yeah, it's supposed to be Alfred.
But do you think that they're going to invite James Franco back?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No.
Unless they're all uniting to destroy James Franco. That could be.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, it's probably going to be the Hobgoblin again.
Or do you think that he had the ladies in his acting class refer to him as the Hobnoblin? Wait, no, the Knob Goblin. The Knob Goblin. He had the ladies in his acting class was like, I'm the Knob Goblin or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe he called them all Knob Goblins.
Yes, see,
Me and my knob goblins.
yes, that could be it.
We'll be
as
coming
well.
over.
But with Seth,
Some fried chicken and some Vaseline.
with fried chicken and Vaseline. What?
yeah, you gotta eat before you getting dirty with the ladies.
I don't get that.
I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
Feed them something. They're coming for a get together.
I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark here and say that Seth Rogen knows something or knows some things about Franco that has yet to come out.
He's not divulging it.
That he's just like, you know what, man, I knew this stuff was going to eventually blow up, but I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, I'm wiping my hands clean, James. But that's all I got on the James Franco.
You don't like the Seth Rogen either.
You know, he was on my blacklist for so many years.
The blacklist.
I got a blacklist, and it's just like some actors. It's like, I can't watch them. I just ugh. And Seth Rogen, I don't know. I can't think of any Seth Rogen roles that I was like, yeah, man, Seth Rogen's awesome, brah. Gotta watch that movie. Like, name off some Seth Rogen movies. I'll let you know if I like them.
Kung Fu Panda.
Never watched
2 and 3.
Kung Fu Panda. Is that like a cartoon for kids?
Yeah.
No, I never watched it.
I watched all of them.
Okay, what other Seth Rogen movies are there?
Well, this is Pineapple Express, like you said.
Yeah.
Super Bad. What else, Ian?
Yeah. What else? He does in a bunch of James Franco movies.
Yeah, well, they partnered up for like 3 or 4 movies, but yeah.
I don't know. Seth Rogen, I like the other dude who's like kind of like the same kind of person that Seth Rogen is. He's like another chubby actor who came along around the same time and also has kind of like the curly hair. And he was who was it?
They're friends.
Okay, he's friends. Yeah, the
They
guy
are
that
friends.
was with DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
All right, that guy I like. To me,
he's
he's
good.
like the anti Seth Rogen. He's like everything that Seth Rogen wants to be. He's got all the talent, the charisma, the acting chops. He's the real deal. Seth Rogen to me is just like a guy's like, all right, I'll come in here. You want me to read the cue cards? All right, I'm gonna come in and read the cue card. I read the cue cards. I'm gonna get stoned now. I don't know. It's probably an unfair judgment. I just don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't like you. I don't like James Franco. I got nothing more to say about Seth Rogen because if I don't have anything nice to say, I probably shouldn't really be saying anything about Seth Rogen. So I'm just gonna leave it down to I don't enjoy Seth Rogen movies. That's all there is to it. So I just want to get that out there. Bill Cosby and James Franco in the news today. Crazy stuff.
Now, how many lawsuits is Bill Cosby going to get now? After there's still going to be lawsuits.
Yes, there is actually. There is.
He's cut loose. There's a bunch of lawsuits.
Yeah, he is getting there's a civil case being brought against him by the lady who alleged that, the main woman who alleged that he poisoned her, gave her.
He poisoned her, all right?
Well, yeah, I guess technically it is poison,
yeah.
there, right?
It is assault.
It's an unwanted substance in your body, so it's
assault.
definitely poison, yeah.
It's assault.
And so she's going to bring a civil lawsuit against him, and he apparently stands to lose millions and millions and millions of dollars, and we'll see where that goes. You got anything else you want to throw out there?
No.
All right, okay, all right, that's it.
Gotta go.
See you next time.